It is Tuesday morning and I'm getting picked up in a few minutes to go to a yoga and brunch experience, which is so nice. It is really beautiful outside already, even though the day hasn't even started yet, like really. But it's gonna be really nice today and I'm so excited to get out of the apartment, out of the office, and just have a lovely day out. So one of my dearest friends here on the island is hosting yoga brunch experiences in Ponta Delgada, and this is so nice. I've been there before, like once, and it was just so lovely, and I really wanted to go one more time minimum. And it happens to be, and this is so sad, but one of the last classes, if not the last class or experience this year, because we are entering November, and that is the end of the season, or like the, not the end of the season, but like, well, yeah, the off season here on the island is starting, which means we have less like tourists and people here on the island, and we are also getting busier. Holidays are coming up, birthdays coming up, and everyone is super busy. So it's gonna be one of the last experiences this year, and I really wanted to go one more time, and also Lena, who's going to pick me up in a second. So we decided to go together, which is so exciting, and we're just gonna have a nice, lovely 75-minute yoga class, and then a lovely brunch, which is going to be done by his husband. And yeah, it's just gonna be, it's just the best experience. I will link it down below, and I will show you. And afterwards, I don't even know what we're gonna do. We are very spontaneous. So the last time when we went out for a lunch after riding class, I got home at like almost 9 p.m, 8 p.m. I don't know. I was out for 12 hours with them the entire day, which is lovely. So I have no clue what we're gonna do afterwards. We're just gonna go with the flow. I'm sure we will do something and just enjoy this day as much as we can. And yeah, that's just gonna be a really lovely Tuesday. I can't believe it. It's gonna be so nice. I'm so excited. And it was actually easy to get up today because I'm like so excited. And I'm just wearing like a normal basic yoga set from Mandala, which is cotton, which I really love. So the pants are actually a little bit warmer. They're not too thin. And I really like this top as well. It's very soft, very cute. And yeah, you can definitely tell I'm losing my tan lines, which is super sad. I would love to just go on a vacation right now and just to get my tan back, because I really liked it, and I start to feel like very uncomfortable every single time I'm getting like very light again. It's so weird. I feel very uncomfortable, or I start to get very uncomfortable. I don't know why. I really don't. It's like not even a big deal, but I don't know. I kind of miss my tan. I miss the feeling of summer. So I would love to go on a vacation very soon, but I don't think this, I mean, it's definitely gonna happen this year, but maybe in the beginning of the next year like I did this year. So we will see. I should have washed my hair, but anyways, I'm gonna wash it tonight. So yeah, I'm so excited to bring you with me to this lovely day. We just finished the yoga part and it was so good. It was really relaxing and more like a stretch, calming session, and I really loved it. It was so nice. The the show last night was also great. It was more like a meditation and I almost fell asleep. But now it's time for the brunch and I'm so excited and so hungry. We're in the mall right now. I knew this would happen because it's very close to the place where we had yoga. And I'm just gonna get a new cable for my laptop because mine is breaking and I look ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna run around the mall, get a few bits and pieces, check out a few stores and see what we can get. I really like this one. This is so beautiful. They also have it in a lighter color and in the gray. And the gray is amazing. We are done shopping. We just got a parking ticket and then we're gonna go out for dinner. It's such a fun day. I look crappy, but yeah. Good morning. Didn't I just sit here like 24 hours ago and told you that the last time I had a day with my friends, it turned into like an 11-hour trip or like adventure. We just went to have a 2-hour riding class or like 1 hour each. And yeah, and it turned into an 11-hour day. And yesterday I came back home after 12 hours. It was such a lovely day though, it was like perfect, but when I came home it was already dark outside and I took a shower and washed my hair, which I desperately needed, and then I just fell into bed, so I didn't come back on the vlogs, but it was just such a lovely day and I just wanted to kind of like recap the day and show you what I got and also tell you more about the whole yoga and brunch experience, because I did vlog a little bit, but obviously not the entire thing. And I just enjoyed myself so much and it was just so lovely. But I'm also proud of myself because that was like the first time I really vlogged around my friends or with being with my friends, and they're super supportive. Like they're always like, oh, keep going, it's so fun. They do watch the vlogs too sometimes and they don't mind, but it was just like for someone that is not used to it, because I started like 3 months ago, It's still very new, but it was so fun. It was just lovely. So the yoga and brunch is, I just love it every single time. And the yoga experience and the yoga session is super, super calming. It's not that you're like drenched in sweat afterwards because you're still doing like brunch. You're still going to sit down and eat. So you're not going to be super sweaty. You can still bring clothes to change. I did that too. But it's not going to be super, super sweaty and super like exhausting. It's actually a quite relaxing yoga session. A lot of like flexibility and stretching, but yeah, just a nice flow. And we also did a lot of Tai Chi in between. So it's a good mix. It's different than anything I've tried before, and I highly recommend. So even if you're like a super beginner, have not never like been to a yoga class before, this is for you. And even if you're like super advanced, you will know how to make it more advanced, like you know, but you will also still enjoy it. And the weather was just perfect. The sun came out, so when we did the shavasana at the end, it was more like a guided meditation from David, which was so nice. And then the sun came out, and it just, I almost fell asleep because I was just in my happiest place. It was so good. Mm. And then we had the food, and the food was just so amazing. It was so yummy. And yeah, I had the granola bowl, but with the vegan option with the coconut yogurt, which I highly recommend. It was so delicious. It was the best combination, I feel like, with the homemade granola and the fresh fruit and a little bit of honey. It was really good. And then I had the avocado toast, of course, because that was kind of my idea and feedback a few months ago when I went there for the first time, that I would love an avocado toast because you could also make it as a vegan option without the egg. But we wanted to try the full deal and it was so good. So I highly recommend. And I wish we would have a breakfast place like this here in Ribeira Grande or even in Ponta Delgada in general because it's like it's so good, but especially here in Ribeira Grande because we don't really have that many restaurant options and especially not breakfast. So that would be so lovely to have it here. But yeah, the execution was 10 out of 10. The taste, the feel, the everything, 10 out of 10. Loved it so much. And I also had, or we had we had a tea, not coffee. We had lavender tea and that tea is from, they brought it from India, so it was really nice and the best quality and it tastes so nice. So we were actually thinking about making like a big order, so all of us are gonna order some tea and then we get it shipped to one address. So I think that's actually a nice thing to do if you just, especially when you live on an island or super far away, if you do order from a place like that is super far away, it's nice to just have like a big order and everyone gets to choose a few things and then the shipping is not too bad and I think it's gonna be okay. So yeah, that was the yoga and brunch, and then we were just sitting there and kind of like, um, letting the brunch sit in a little bit. We were talking, and then the other two guests from Italy, we had such a lovely chat with them. They were so nice, like the nicest people. You meet the nicest people on the island anyway, but they were especially nice, and we had a chat because I'm also, and I haven't told you, I'm going on a road trip. I'm like so excited I can't talk. I'm going on a road trip, and I'm going to go through and travel through Italy, which is going to be so much fun next year. But it's not like the planning is not finished yet, so we will talk about it in a few weeks or month when everything is settled and finished. But it's going to happen next year, and I'm really excited. And so I was just chatting with them, and they gave me a few like ideas and tips and things like that. So that was really nice and had a lovely chat with them. And then they left and we stayed obviously and a little longer talking to David and Andrew. And then we went to the mall, which I was actually hoping for we would do that. And I actually picked up some bits and pieces that I really needed. And then I also picked up some bits and pieces that I found. And it was just so lovely. And yeah, I completely forgot to vlog more in the mall because first of all, I've been there before. I showed you the mall before and I was just like in such a different space in my head and with my friends that at some point I was like, oh, I forgot to vlog a little bit. So I picked up the camera, but it was not really that important anymore. Overall, it's not really important, but yeah, it was just such a lovely day. And then we went out for dinner We shopped for quite a while, and it was dinner time at 6. We decided to get a table in a Indian place, which is nothing I really go for a lot. Like I do cook more, not Indian style specifically, but more Ayurvedic and like with a lot of, chickpeas and coconut milk and spices and curries and things like that at home, but not in like the super Indian style. It more uh, um, softer version and lighter version, not too heavy, and a lot of times just without any rice or naan, just pure veggies and spices and stuff. But it was amazing. We went to Jewels of India. There's basically only two two Indian places in Ponta Delgada, or even if you like on this island. We went to Jewels of India, but Lena and Lucas said that they like the atmosphere of, I think it's Namaste more. I've never been to both of them before, and yesterday we tried the Jewels of India, and I can tell you that the food is absolutely amazing. Really, really good. We got for medium spice, and some of the dishes were slightly more than medium spice, but it was still really nice. I really like it. And we got just a bunch of different things and just shared. So it was more like almost like tapas style, We just tried and shared everything. Everything was vegetarian except for one dish. But other than that, we just got vegetarian stuff because most of us eat vegetarian. That was actually just Andrew that eat the chicken, and also he liked it a lot, so he also recommends that. It was just amazing. It was just so good. But yeah, I'm curious to try out the other place, the Namaste one, which is supposed to have the nicer atmosphere. So yeah, just to let you know. And then I also picked up a few bits and bobs in the mall. So the thing is, the good thing about the island is that we don't really have a lot of stores, and you cannot really over purchase or over shop when you're like a little bit more cautious, maybe like I am. And what I mean by that, I will explain to you in a second. Um, there's not too many options, and if you're looking for specific things, you may not find it. But on the other hand, you do find a few things, and yeah, you just go with it. And if not, like I do have a list of things that I couldn't find and I will probably not find, that it will take me to that I would take to the mainland when I'm back and just shop there and then bring it back to this island, because I did a big like wardrobe cleanse when I moved here, obviously to not bring too much and to be able to just collect new stuff, obviously, but also the things that I have from the last winter seasons or like fall seasons, like all my long sleeves, they're not in good shape anymore. And I knew that packing them when I came here, but I knew that I needed just for the transition phase, just a few bits and pieces. And I'm glad I did that, even though they're not in the best shape. But yeah, it's just time to really clean up my closet, and I'm not really happy with my wardrobe lately. I don't like the style anymore. I don't like the colors anymore. I don't like the fit anymore. I really just want a different style, and so now I'm trying to go into my nice wardrobe era and create like a good capsule wardrobe where I just like all the bits and pieces, and I can just combine easy things. Like I don't need a lot. I want to stay minimalistic with my wardrobe, but I just want to be able to combine the pieces a little bit better and a little bit nicer and feel better in it. So I'm going for that. But what I did find is, so for me, I hate polyester, and especially fast fashion is very much polyester and these acrylic kind of fabrics, and I don't like the feel or the smell or anything of it. I just don't like it. It's not a mental thing, it's actually really a physical feel and even on the skin thing, and I just don't like it. So I go for cotton, I go for linen, I go for wool, sometimes cashmere, and like the silks, like the more like natural stuff, and it feels so much better on my skin. And it usually also lasts longer, to be honest, if you treat it right. Um, so yeah, it was very difficult to find like good winter fall things, because here, as you can tell, I'm still in a t-shirt. Yesterday was like even tank top weather, But when I go to the office, it is actually quite cold in there, so I definitely need a few layers. I need things to just throw over, but I also wanted to find a few things that look nice if I do have to hop onto a call with my clients or just to actually feel a little bit nicer and presentable. I do tend to work a little bit better than that. And so I found these two, like this is a half zip, and oh, it's so bright. Actually, it's really, really bright. And this is, it's not 100% cotton, but it is enough. And it actually is going to keep me really warm. It actually has a nice look to it with the half zip. It actually creates almost like this, like a, I'm a very polo girl kind of girl, and I like the color, and this actually creates that as well. So this is the first thing that I picked up, and I love half zips right now. Like this year's, I'm gonna get more of those, and I'm going to try to find like 100% cotton ones. This is not 100%, but again, it was enough for the purpose that for it is for like for the office, and I'm going to wash that and just keep it in the office, as well as this one, which I thought was also really nice because it has actually the same, almost the exact same color. I mean, it's from the same store, so that makes sense. But I thought this is like a more like warmer version of it, and it's gonna look very cute and smart and chic on the calls. And again, it's gonna keep me warm, and it still feels very nice for what it is. So I was actually really happy. And then, and this is what I mean by cautious shopping. So I went to one store, Natura. I always walk in that store and never buy anything. And they had a really nice cardigan there with like a really pretty sleeve. And I actually took a picture because I wanted to show my mom that it would be lovely for her to knit something like this, but like in like actual wool, because that one was 100% acrylic. And it was the kind of fabric where you know when you wear it, you get static, and then when you touch something, you get like this shock. It was exactly that fabric. It was so unfortunate because it looked so pretty, and I tried it on. It was so nice. But the fabric, I just knew this is the kind of stuff that you can hear when you take it out of the laundry machine or the dryer. You know, when it kind of like, you have this, you know, no. And it was 60 euros. This was 59.99 if I remember correctly, or 54.99, something like that, like almost, well, 60 euros. And I was like, absolutely not for what it is. To be honest, 60 euros are easily spent on clothes. But for that, absolutely not. And then I went into Massimo Dutti, which I just love this. I wish this would be like my walk-in closet because it's so timeless, so chic, so classy. And I found this cardigan. And I was a little bit afraid to look at the price, but it is exactly the same amount. So it was 60 euros, which is still a lot. But it was the same as the other cardigan, but this is 100%. Oh no, it is wool and cashmere. So I think it's 95% wool and 5% cashmere for 60 euros for the exact same amount as the other one, which was acrylic. Like, are you serious? Like, I mean, this is a different style of cardigan for sure. So this is more like an oatmeal kind of color, and it has these, I'm so bad at showing my stuff, I'm not used to this. And it has like these golden buttons, which I was a little bit unsure of in the first moment, but Lena and Andrew are right. They are actually my style, and I should actually start, you know, wearing my style and be a little bit more me. And they also fit these gold earrings that I purchased yesterday. I mean, they're not real gold, but they were really nice because I only have one pair of earrings, which I inherited from my auntie, and they're very special. I don't want to lose them, so I don't wear them as much, but I actually do like earrings. I'm not a big jewelry girl, but earrings I love. So that actually looked really, really cute, and this is so soft. It's such a nice material, and if I treat it right, it's going to last me a really long time. And again, if I spend 60 euros, I want to spend it on something like this and not like a super plastic cardigan, which will do the exact same thing. So I'm really happy that I got it, and it's just, oh, maybe not with the shirt, but you get the idea. It's just so nice. It's so chic, and it's just so lovely and cozy and perfect for feeling just, you know, nice and amazing. Also the outfits, but more like, you know, at home. So I really like that. And then I just picked up like some small bits and pieces, like some Ayurvedic new toothpaste, matcha, ooh, these granola, not granola bars, but these are like fruit bars with chocolate. They're very clean in ingredients and gluten-free and really, really good. So if you see those, they're very good. Some spices, some hazelnut butter, and oh yeah, actually the thing that I went for to like this is what I needed. This is why I had to go to the mall. Why is it like so overly wide? It's just a charger, like a cable, the charge cable for my Mac. So that's important, but not interesting. So yeah, I need to bring that into the kitchen and the other stuff into the bathroom. Ooh. Yeah, and this is all I got. So now I really need to go to the office and work. But that was just such a lovely Tuesday. So random, but also so nice. It was so funny when we left the restaurant. We said goodbye to each other. We were like, isn't it weird that it's like a Tuesday and not like a Saturday or Sunday? Because we are all almost all, yeah, I mean, we are all self-employed. And we can kind of like manage our own, you know, schedule and time. And it was like, isn't it nice? It was so cute. But yeah, such a lovely Tuesday, which felt like a weekend. But yeah, such a nice day. So thank you so much for coming with me. I actually rambled on way too long. But it was so nice to chat with you. And yeah, cannot wait for the next vlog because it's gonna be my birthday on the weekend. So the next vlog is all about my birthday, which is not gonna be a big deal. The whole story of what I were like next time, because then we will sit here another 20 minutes and I don't want to keep you here on 20 minutes longer. So I see you in my next one for my birthday.